The nature of the SMG role is the guy that needs to be aggressive in the action, taking sometimes as many gunfights as possible, but also needs to be the guy that knows when he needs to slow it down and play a corner and needs to force those close range gunfights.
Slow start, that's all it was. Shotzzy on the flank finds 2, Shotzzy finds 3. A huge play.
My name is Brian Ziliasko, also known as Apathy. I play for the LA Guerrillas, and I am an SMG player for my team. So the roles on every competitive team, basically they strive to have 2 SMGs, a main AR, and a flex player that can basically go between an AR, SMG, depending on the map or depending on the hill. An SMG is better close quarters for a couple of reasons. One, it's very mobile, has a lot of movement speed, so you can challenge people or slide against people up close really fast. Another good thing about it, it's the time to kill up close. For example, 74U has a 4-shot kill range in about 9 to 10 meters. When you're fighting against an AR up close, when you have an SMG, theoretically you should be able to win that gunfight every single time. So that's what makes an SMG more dominant up close.
A submachine gun player is a lot like a striker in football, soccer, football. They're fast, they're nimble, and they're always aiming on target. They're the guys who are going for it. They're going for the goal at all times. And you have to watch out for them.
What's up, everyone? My name is Dylan, otherwise known as Attach, and I'm a professional Call of Duty player for Minnesota Røkkr. The role of SMG player in Black Ops Cold War, there's like 2 roles because there's 2 SMGs on the team, and one SMG will have like flak jacket and tac mask on. So he's kind of like a super soldier, able to run around the map and not really get affected by grenades or flashbangs. And the other SMG uses flak jacket and engineer. So nades don't really affect him. Using engineer though, you can see the other team's trophies. So you want to be communicating that to your teammates where their trophies are, taking their trophies out, and then being able to throw your tacticals and your lethals at the other team to help yourself get map control back or maintain map control.
So when I'm looking for a good submachine gun player in the league, as a commentator, I want to see their movement be on point. I want to see these guys be able to utilize the movement of that weapon as much as possible.
So something that's really good to do as an SMG player is, one, slide cancel around corners or engage with slide canceling. It's just a very good movement to do up close, so you can kind of try to camera people, try to catch them off guard. That's why you see a lot of SMGs just slide canceling everywhere, trying to slide cancel into gunfights, because it's just such a good movement to do in Cold War. Also, another thing it's really good is to jump shot. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen a lot of pros and a lot of players constantly, especially SMG players, jump shotting around corners, especially when you know where someone is, because if you just kind of sprint out or try to peek him, pre-aim peek him, if he's holding a pre-aim, especially as an AR player, it's definitely easier for him to kill you. But if you jump around the corner and catch him off guard, then the gunfight's a little bit more favorable for you. And basically the best way to do it is like how every pro player does it, is you want to jump and hit the pre-aim in mid-air. So you're not just snapping mid-air, you're already aimed in, and then all you have to do is hit the target.
The most important stats on the SMG when you're building your loadout is bullet velocity. That's why everyone uses the extended barrel. There is some other barrels you can use, but you lose the aim walking movement speed, and that ruins your strafe when you're going back and forth. So it feels like you're stuck in the mud, and that's gonna hurt you. Every other SMG is going to be strafing, and you wanna make sure you keep that speed up. While getting more bullet velocity would be nice, you really do not wanna lose that strafe speed. And then Spetsnaz Speed Grip is another one of the best attachments in the game, because you get more sprinting move speed, especially on these bigger maps. You're trying to rotate quicker and beat them to position. It's gonna help you hit your routes faster to catch the other team off guard. So that's why using that Spetsnaz Speed Grip and getting the 10% sprint speed is very helpful. And then of course, I think it's Skeletal Stock, which gives you that sprint to fire time, because you're gonna get caught mid-sprint a lot, but it gives yourself a very good chance of winning the gunfight, even if you're caught off guard at first, because you have that sprint to fire time. So that's very, very helpful. And then you wanna get the ADS speed as good as you can, of course, because when you're aiming in, that gives you more time to just work the gunfight and strafe. If you aim in too slow with any gun, it's gonna be really hard to win the gunfight.
So the entry role, or the first in player when it comes to being a submachine gun guy, quite literally the bravest or the dumbest player on the team. They go in first. You know the team has set up, they've got a guy over here, a guy over there. Your entry submachine gun player every time slides in through that front door, tries to get a kill, tries to shoot and deal damage to everyone else so the rest of the team can come on up and get those trades. That entry role is essential. You have to be able to land damage, if not outright get that first kill. Otherwise, a team push just doesn't work out.
an entry sub and as a sub player in general, you will realize on the map, like maybe I have a timing to hit this hill and maybe get an entry. Or there's been times where, you know, they have a full setup and I'll just go because I know I have an opening, and you kind of take that chance and I'll get that first kill for my team, and it ends up leading to us breaking the hill. So as an SMG player, when you're trying to break the P2 Moscow hill, there's a very small timing window that you can get sometimes. It's very situational, but P1 hill still up, it's rotating to the P2 hill. There's maybe 5-10 seconds left, something around there, maybe less. And your teammates are already working yellow building, they're working the street, they have somewhat progress, and you're kind of the last guy on the hill, or you end up spawning top eskies. Sometimes you can get away with this. You can hit the front of the lobby to the P2 hill, and you basically, most of the time, especially if your teammates got a kill, the top cop guy now is going to worry about the street, he's going to worry about the back, and he's no longer going to focus the front. So you kind of have a window where you basically have this 1v1 gunfight in the hill, and it's usually a 50-50, maybe 40-60, but it's not that unfavorable. If you can, you know, kind of figure out where he is and catch him off guard, you can get that entry. And as soon as you kill that guy, and if they work the back and got kills, you can break the hill just from that little opening.
One of the main benefits of running an SMG in a game mode like Search and Destroy is the level of aggression that you have. That speed grip on, you can get around the map faster. That means your opening breaks, you can do things that AR players simply cannot.
Using an SMG in Search and Destroy can really help your team out, and it can be so much fun because you're just flying up the map and getting through little spots and hitting those timings to where the other team won't be ready for you just yet. In one of our matches versus Toronto Ultra, I actually was on defense on Checkmate SND. I sprinted through our side of the plane and instantly chowed into their cubby of their side of the plane, got a first blood right there, and then I was just on their side. So they had to worry about me and focus me. My other teammates were kind of sitting back and like looking over me, getting shots down and feeding me that information. So once my teammate called spin out B wing, instantly slid out to the B wing, took one more out, and then we were already in a 2v4. So I was kind of just shimmying around and making sure I don't get shot from anywhere because I might have still been hurt, and just trying to get more info. And then I saw another one pushing me from their like ladder looking towards their B wing. So I was able to kill him, and then we were in a 4v1 and able to close that round out. But just hitting routes like that early on, that it's going to catch a team off guard, can help you win those rounds very easily.
But your job as a submachine gun player, look at the aBeZys, look at the Simps, they hold that front line close, they throw shoulders, they're very mobile thanks to that weapon's agility, and they're picking up those kills at close range. Premium submachine gun play area.
A few big takeaways of being an SMG player that you do not want to do. Sometimes I see a lot of people like try to do too crazy of movement when it's time to aim in and be in the fight. Like they'll try to like slide around, finesse, jump around, do all this crazy stuff when that's just extra stuff at the moment, and they can just pre-aim and give themselves the best opportunity to win that gunfight. Like I'll see a lot of people just kind of give their lives away trying to like sprint at the person instead of just pre-aiming and being ready for that gunfight. So make sure you give yourself the best chance to win it. Then also at other times, knowing when you need to play slow and knowing when you need to play fast. There is times on the map where if you are by yourself, the other team's all set up at the hill, you do not want to just try to run in and do a superhero break all by yourself, because if you do that, that's going to actually mess up the push for your team. Instead of you guys getting a good team push together, you try to jump in by yourself in 1v3, now you're dead, now you are spawning across the map, and your teammates have to wait for you again to do another good push.
I think something that makes me special as like just the player I am is I try to make a lot of winning plays. And just winning plays, when I mean it's like in terms of like winning a rotation or breaking a hill or finessing, you know, buying time for my teammates to come help me, and then, you know, we get all the kills. I'm a very like finessey and I can slay sometimes type of player. And I always like my goal when I play the game is to basically do what I can in that moment, in that situation, you know, to win. So if I got to take a long route and rotate to pinch and make this, you know, crazy play to win the map or win the game, like I'll do it. And obviously, like I have the capability of slaying and kind of like just popping off out of nowhere. And, you know, how people say sometimes I go Donkey Kong mode, you know, that's just my thing.